Stellar, welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope this reading finds you healthy, happy, and joyful, or at least it brings you those vibes. So we have 4 groups here today, and in this reading we're going to be looking at your romantic interests, feelings for you. So you have a romantic interest, a crush, or maybe a situationship, or somebody you're romantically interested in. What are their feelings, okay? So I thought it would be more beneficial to kind of look specifically at that kind of situation, because often I'll just kind of keep it open-ended, and that's not bad necessarily, but you know, I think sometimes it's good to kind of look at it from a specific perspective, and I know that many people do come to look at a romantic interest. Now, of course, we can, if you want to see a more general one in the future, in the near future anyway, not that I would never record one again, you know, just let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at today. And of course, current feelings are always kind of changeable. This is going to be kind of a current feelings situation, so do know that feelings kind of fluctuate. For some, their current feelings may be quite stable. For others, we might get messages that are a little bit more present, you know, at the moment that you're watching it, kind of reflecting the person's feelings that you're asking about. But yeah, so we have group number 1 with Howlite, group number 2 with Bumblebee Jasper, group number 3 with Rose Quartz, and group number 4 with Rainbow Moonstone. So those are the stones that you can pick from, or you know, you can see the groups yourself. The timestamps are down below as always. And I want to say a big thank you to Rosette. Rosette, you're such a sweetheart. Rosette, I do a lot of personal readings for Rosette, and she actually went on my wish list and she got me a yoga mat that I've been wanting, which is cool because I just started doing yoga classes. I've never done them with people before, so it's so interesting and it's been really fun, and I actually got to use it yesterday, Rosette, so thank you. That was very cool. And she also got me this particular deck, the Pick Your Numbers deck, and this is a cool one. I didn't even know it existed, but she found it and sent it to me, so that's so cool, and I'm excited to get to know this deck. So thank you, Rosette, and thank you to all of you who always are so kind to me, even just in the making comments and stuff. And for those of you that have given to me, it's always very much appreciated, and just I wanted to say a special thank you. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on the reading, and I'll see you there. Hey guys, if you chose group number 1 here with this Howlite, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and see what are your romantic interests, current feelings about you. So we have Unplug, Community, Society, and Environment, the 3 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 7 of Cups. I do feel, obviously, with Unplug, Community, Society, and Environment, I do wonder if one of you is unplugged from social media. For some of you, that's going to be the case, where maybe there's a curiosity as to what happened, where you went. There could even be a little bit of confusion or misunderstanding right now going on between the 2 of you. Now, of course, that's going to be specific to some of you watching, but it might be that you are feeling this way or they're feeling this way about maybe a disappearance, or this. It doesn't even have to be like you've deleted your social media or removed them or blocked them, or it may be that you've kind of gone quiet or they've gone quiet. There could be some kind of certain feeling around that situation, okay? I do feel like for a lot of you. So what is this person's feelings? Well, I want to say that this person feels as if you are in some way a part of either their environment or a community in some way. Because we have the 3 of Pentacles too, which can be a card of teamwork, of friendship, of collaboration. So it feels like there is a sense of like you having maybe worked together, or because some of you may work with this person, or having gone to school together. There's some sort of commonality between the 2 of you where you're connected via, like, I feel like community or something like that in some kind of aspect, whether it's work or your environment, you know, society, whatever. I feel like that's kind of the main aspect of this person's feelings. We also have the Tower, though, and the 7 of Cups. So in some way, this person's feeling quite unclear about you. And again, like I said, for some of you, you may have unplugged from this person and they don't understand why. Okay? Or it might have felt disrupt or abrupt, you know, in some way. Disruptive or abrupt. There we go. So, yeah. there is definitely something kind of going on here with the Tower, into which this person feels a little bit unstable or a little bit shocked, okay? Because the Tower is a shock to the system. So there's something that's kind of going on where they're not feeling like there is that solidity in some way. It feels like it's progressively getting unclear. So they might be actually feeling quite confused about you at the moment and uncertain, okay? So that's definitely what I'm seeing there. Kind of popping up mainly as what they're feeling at the moment. With the unplug, of course, her back is turned, so of course they might be unplugging from the situation a little bit, especially if there's been some difficulty, I would say. It seems as if they've kind of chosen to unplug a little bit, and I don't feel like this is a person who's really actively pursuing or addressing the situation or their feelings. That's one thing I can tell from this spread. So I would say probably, I mean, unless, of course, it's a known romantic situation in which you're still together, then, of course, this might be about trying to overcome certain things that are unknown, right? Working on things towards the future. Maybe something about the future seems unclear, something about where you're going seems unclear. Group number one's person, current feelings, romantic interest, feelings. Oops, sorry. Yeah, it feels almost like at one point this connection, for them at least, and this is their current feelings, at one point it was very understood, and they understood maybe what they wanted. It felt very friendly and kind. There might be some sort of anxiety on this person's part about how to proceed forward or what move to make next. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. 9 of Swords. There's a lot of worry about perhaps the trajectory of the future, or something along the lines of, like, maybe there's something that feels unclear to this person in this situation, so they're feeling anxious about it. Okay, that's what I can tell you. Maybe they're just uncertain about, maybe if they've liked someone genuinely before, it could be that that's always fallen apart, so there's anxieties being pricked up inside of them. Otherwise, though, I would say that if you have had some sort of, like, fallout, or maybe things just got separated, like say you just started going to different schools, or you got different jobs or something like that, and life just kind of took you in different directions, as an example, or you guys kind of got unplugged from each other in some way, I would say this person, they don't really know how to proceed in the situation. That's another thing I really get with the current feelings, is like a not understanding how to proceed. This person also could be trying to I want to ask a little bit more about the 9 of Swords, actually. Why does this person feel about the 9 of Swords? Okay. So again, this might be romantic choices or romantic options. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers here. So there's anxiety about maybe creating a romantic relationship. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles always represents, a stable woman to me. So again, when it comes to, especially like if you identify in that realm, or they identify you as that, where they maybe see you as somebody that needs long-term potential, or wants a stable connection, or isn't really looking for like fling energy. That's not, the Queen of Pentacles doesn't want fling. She wants something serious, something grounded, something stable, something lasting. And maybe there's some anxiety about the future of the connection right now, of where it could go. Of course, with the Queen of Pentacles, if you do work together, or there's been something like that, a practical connection between the two of you, I would say that maybe there's some anxiety about making it romantic. Okay, so for some of you, if you do work with this person, and that will be a few of you at least, maybe there's a little bit of anxiety regarding the connection because of that. Maybe it being fearful to take it beyond, as an example. But yeah, and maybe in some situations there's that fear of making a choice at this moment anyway. I think this person knows you deserve something special, something lasting. That's another thing I'm getting. And perhaps they worry about whether they could give that to you or not. This, for some of you, this person also worries about your previous disappointments if you've opened up to them about it. Maybe they're afraid to kind of live up to the expectations, or that they'll fulfill some certain expectations. Maybe that they have in the past, or that you've experienced in the past. I would say this person does feel an attraction, I want to say, with the Tower and the Ace of Wands. There also might be certain aspects of community that have gotten in the way of your connection, or somehow hindered it. I don't know how that will resonate with everyone, and I know it's kind of vague, but I just felt like saying it, so I'll say it. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Well, let's see. Do I want to take anything else? Yeah, actually I do. I want to take one of these. Oh, sorry, I'm just knocking everything around. I want to look and see about which goddess message comes through. I want to see kind of like how are they currently seeing you, and what goddess energy are they seeing you. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to identify as a goddess. Okay, we're just getting the energy that group number 1's romantic interest is currently seeing them in. What energy are they seeing them in? Woo. Hecate magic. This is interesting. 3 different faces, 3 different pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles. What I find, that's the first thing that comes to me in her imagery, is the 3 different phases, or the 3 different faces. So again, this person might not be feeling as if they might feel like they see a different side of you every time. Okay, so of course, that's something for you to consider. Have you been consistent in your actions towards this person? Have you switched your stories or switched your behavior? How can you be more consistent, right? If you want to change the way that they see you. Of course, with Hecate, though, with the magical aspect of it, you know, there's them perhaps seeing you as a magical person, or somebody who is very connected to that. They might feel as if you have some sort of supernatural influence over them, you know, like... And, you know, in a realistic way, obviously, it can be like, oh my God, why am I so into this person? Or why am I so, you know, stuck on this person? There can be that kind of energy. Certainly, you know, with that kind of card. I was trying to look for my guidebook to see if there was something more specific to be said, but I can't find out where I put it. Apparently, I just misplaced it and did not put it back in the box, of course, because why would Lisa put it back in the box? You know what I'm saying? Oh, goodness. I do feel like that there is definitely something intuitive about you, that they see you as an intuitive person, as somebody who has a lot of different... And again, I think that, you know, if you have been consistent in your behavior, and you know that you have been, of course, this could be seeing you as multifaceted, you know, and with a lot of potential and possibility. So that's what I would say, you know, about this person currently. I'm so curious to see how this will resonate with you guys. Of course, these are, like I said, current energy, so they fluctuate and, of course, can change, you know, as we go throughout. You know, it depends on how emotionally consistent this person is. That, too, you know, is important to look at. But there is something about unplugging from the situation, so I'm wondering how that's going to resonate with you guys. Maybe this person's taking a step back or something like that at this time, and I'm not uncertain about how to kind of react with you, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm seeing, and I'd love if you guys would let me know below in the comments, if you just say hello or leave a comment and let me know how this resonated, if it makes sense to you. And if you have any requests for future readings, let me know too. And I wish you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose group number 2 here with this Bumblebee Jasper, this bright and cheerful stone, this is your reading. So let's find out, what is your person currently feeling for you, your romantic interest, okay? So I clarified in this reading when I was asking, you know, my guides and spirit to guide me in this reading, I was specifically asking about romantic interest. So just keep that in mind. So we have victory, and we also have labyrinth. We have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Death card. Current feelings. Well, the first thing that really came out to me when I was shuffling with the Labyrinth card was that I feel like this is a connection that isn't easy in some way. So either there are obstacles to be faced, and this person is questioning whether they should let go or not, whether victory can be achieved here. Okay, that's just my honest assessment there. The other thing I want to say is that if you've already kind of been in a connection with this person and it's been wrought with like difficulty or, you know, intricacies, right? The labyrinth is intricate and it's not always easy to navigate. There's a lot of patience that's involved. I'd like to say that this person has patience when it comes to you. I'd like to say that with the Eight of Pentacles, because I do feel like that's a very patient energy card. Victory here, though, is about, you know, with the Labyrinth card, victory really fits in, because to get to the end of the labyrinth, to get out of it, you definitely are going to be achieving a victory over a lot of obstacles and different, you know, ways that don't always add up, or you hit brick walls. So it feels like blockages haven't existed in this connection or are bound to exist in this connection, right? So if, like, say you've just met this person and you've met online or something like that, or you're at a distance, that could be something that could be taken as a labyrinth kind of situation where it's like, ooh, how are we going to navigate this? This is different than what's typically expected from a relationship to go through, you know? So, you know, and then of course, if you've already had kind of a situationship or a relationship in which, you know, there's been a lot of intricacies, as I mentioned, I feel like this person wants victory in this situation, but with the Death card, there's definitely the consideration that this person's feeling as if there are major changes to be made, okay? Because that's one of the aspects of the Death card. Of course, there could be major endings that need to be taken before pursuing this connection or continuing on with the connection. Or, you know, to continue the connection, there needs to be some major changes. The Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles could be that this person's really feeling like telling you. For some of you, this person's current feelings are literally that they want to tell you about something that happened at work. Some of you might even receive such a message, like just right before the reading or after it. You might hear from this person. They want to talk about work, work changes or work situations, and perhaps they look to you for guidance for those types of things, or they look to you as an ear to listen. Okay, so yeah, there's that energy too. But I do feel like this person is feeling like they want to share something with you. Okay, so let's see a little bit more here. Tell me more about group number 2's romantic interest feelings, their current feelings. Okay, so yeah, we have two aces again. We have the Ace of Swords again in a different deck, Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. I feel like here it goes like that. That's how it came out, so we'll keep it that way. So here we have a truth, or something that needs to be said, but we have the Two of Swords, so it's somebody really considering what to say, trying to maybe perhaps mince or hold back their words a little bit more. Okay, I feel like this is a person who's kind of being a little bit more careful in how they speak at the moment. I feel like this person is thinking about how to kind of make a solid effort. With the Ace of Pentacles, this could be about getting over something or getting past a hurdle of some kind. This person might be feeling like they need to make an honest effort, is one thing I'm really picking up here. So, that Ace of Pentacles makes me think that there's an offer that they want to give, but they're not really certain on how to deliver it, perhaps, or on how to go about it. It feels like it's something solid, especially the Death card for some reason made me think of really solid changes or big changes that need to be made. So I wonder what that might mean. Let's see. Group number 2's So there might need to be an appeasement to past disappointments. Okay, so if you felt disappointed by this person in the past, they might be figuring out how to make it up to you. They might know that it needs something a little bit more than words this time, as an example too. This person might literally be thinking about what to give you as well. There's something here though about I feel like this is a connection which you always haven't seen eye to eye on something, because I immediately was drawn to like the Two of Swords with the blindfold, and then of course the Five of Cups where they're not really facing each other. So I definitely really feel that maybe there hasn't been all that eye to eye feeling, exactly. Feeling like you're seeing things in the same light, the same situation. But I do feel like this person, I want to say that they're dedicated to the cause or the effort, you know? That's the word that came to my, or the phrase, I guess, that came to my mind. Dedicated to the cause. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. And it does seem like there's effort, there's a desire to make some sort of effort. To maybe live up to an expectation, to make a new move. To be victorious somehow against maybe certain things that come against you or have come against you in the past. I do really feel like this person is trying to be more patient when it comes to obstacles at this time as well. Let's see. Since we have the Ace of Swords, I actually want to pull out some messages cards. I didn't do that for group number 1, but I think that I want to do it for this particular group intuitively, so I will. Okay, so group number 2's person, what would they want to say? What truth would they want to share? What truth would they want to share? We have one that fell down, but what truth would they want to share with group number 2? What would their person's truth be this time? What truth do they want to share? What truth? One at a time, please. What truth would they want to share? Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to grab the ones that fell down. Sorry, hold on. Let me just try to reach it. Oh, if I can. One of them that fell down, I don't think I can reach it, but I can tell you what it is because it's sitting upright on the floor. But it's certainly out of my reach, so I cannot grab it right now without making a ruckus. It's I like you, okay? So we have I like you. The other one that fell down was I've imagined us together. Your words keep replaying in my head. That's interesting with the Ace of Swords. There might be something cutting that you've said to them or something that you've said recently that kind of is replaying in their head. They can't quite let it go. I want you to know that your words have an effect on this person. You know, that's what they're saying here, is that when you say something, they tend to overthink it. They tend to ruminate on it. So make sure that what you're saying is something that you want them to ruminate on, right? Make sure that your words are clear, honest, and without agenda or manipulation behind them. Sometimes we even manipulate without knowing we're doing it. It's like kind of deep down inside of us somewhere that we are kind of trying to get a certain reaction or pull something. And I'm not saying everyone here is manipulative, but I think as humans we often are trying to evoke reactions when we say things, and sometimes you need to look at the motivation of why we say things that we say, right? Maybe we're wanting to hear a certain thing out of somebody, so that might be something to think about just in case, you know, because when your words replay in someone's head, you want to make sure they're the right words. They're positive words. They're words of affirmation or of something that would make the connection better rather than hinder it or hold it back or make someone think that you don't like them. You know what I mean? Like if you're the type of person who wants to seem cool and not affected, and then you say something that makes you seem careless, remember that this might actually affect how this person sees you and how they think you feel. So just a word of caution, of course. And it's not an accusation that you've done such a thing. It's just, you know, like a heads up, you know, like just in case. I know you care. This person feels like they know you care about them, and I think they've seen it through your solid effort. The Eight of Pentacles makes me think that you've been consistent in their life, or you've tried to be consistent, you've tried to remain patient, maybe throughout the obstacles. It does feel as if you've tried to lift this person up quite a few times as well, and I think that your actions do reflect that, you know. Maybe your words haven't always reflected that, though. I wonder if your actions and your words at times have seemed inconsistent to this person. We have I wish you'd message me. So this person might be hoping that you'll reach out. Maybe they're waiting, literally, with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Like, they wait at work, they wait around, they kind of do their thing, and they're always kind of like, because this woman, she has such a look, like, to her face, sort of like she's contemplative. And I almost get the sense that this person kind of waits for you to call or message them to reach out. Now, I'm not saying that's the right thing, because I know some of you might comment and say, well, that person doesn't deserve me to reach out. I'm waiting for them. They have to make the first move. And that's a valid feeling of yours, right? I'm just saying what this person kind of perceives the situation as. I've imagined this together. So again, with the Eight of Pentacles, I kind of get into the ideas kind of flowing through this person's head. Like I said, she has a contemplative look. So they might have imagined, how this could kind of, evolve, as an example too, because the Death card can also be about the evolution of something. Sometimes we go through phases, metamorphosis and all that kind of stuff, and maybe they've kind of wondered what could occur, with change. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 2. It's just current energy. Current energy tends to, it's gonna flow differently for different people. Some people's moods are very unstable, and so they'll often have different feelings throughout the day. I can't promise you that this person's feelings are consistent or that we're not picking up on a passing mood. But, that's what I'm seeing right now currently. So I hope that this reading was enlightening, helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Do you feel like it resonated? Did it match anything that you know? How do you feel about the reading in general? Just commenting is really helpful to all creators, so it's always nice when you guys leave a comment. But I wish you all the very, very best. Let me know if you have any suggestions for future videos, and I'll see you on the next reading. Take care. Hey friends, if you chose group number 3 here with this rose quartz, this is your reading. So let's find out your person's current feelings for you. How are they currently feeling about you? So let's start. We have simplicity and adjust. To tweak or modify, to reconfigure for better results, to make minor changes or updates, to change course and recalculate your route. Okie dokie. Okay. Then we have the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So, to be honest, this person might actually be having very simplistic feelings at this time in terms of how to kind of approach you. I feel like this might be a person who's just thinking about seeing you again or doing something simple. That might be their current kind of mode of feeling when it comes to you. They might not be kind of intricately feeling anything deep. It might be that they're just kind of looking at the practical realities. Okay, when can I see her again or him again? When could I meet up with them? How can I adjust things in a better way to make things better? That sort of thing. So that's kind of the vibe I get right off the bat from what we're seeing. The Chariot makes me feel as if there has been some sort of inconsistency or difficult situation, because we have the Five of Pentacles, and that can be a card of struggle, and sometimes it's a card of feeling rejected or something just not going the way that you want it to go. It can feel like it's more difficult. It can feel like you're pushing a mountain when you feel like you should just be able to kind of handle a situation very easily. So with the Ace of Pentacles in the middle, I think at the core of this person, they want to make solid efforts and improve something, especially with the adjustment card. So this is a person who's wanting to kind of simply adjust their behavior at this time towards you. I think it's to improve it, to be honest, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. The Chariot can talk about the both of you having different aspirations or different ideas when it comes to relationship, or perhaps connecting. Maybe this is about getting over certain hurdles as well, because the Chariot does talk about the the combination of opposites to move forward. So again, you might find that you have different opinions. This might be getting on the same page. This might be even, for some of you, finding the time to get together if you have different work schedules, as an example. So this could be kind of mundane for some of you. I don't feel like this person is deep in thought or feeling when it comes to you. And that's not to say that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. The reason why we might be getting this energy is because, and I mentioned this in the other groups, but when we look at current feelings, some people are, having a lot of different feelings. You know, in an hour they can feel differently than they do the hour previously. They might be fluctuating in their mood, so in their feelings, so of course we could be picking up on that. And sometimes when we do current feelings, we are picking up on a person's current feelings, as in they're trying to figure something out. They could be thinking about you at this moment and how to kind of like make something happen. Maybe this is rescheduling as an example for some of you. They're feeling like they need to adjust their schedule, reschedule for you, that kind of thing. So it might be as simple as that, okay? Especially with the simplicity card. I feel like this is a person who's really just taking it easy when it comes to you, and trying to focus on the like, honestly, the most practical aspects of the connection. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Group number 3's romantic addresses feelings towards them. Eight of Wands, sorry. Nothing. This is positive. I feel like a lot of you don't have a dramatic relationship with this person. I feel like it's a practical one. I don't feel like the same energy as I did in like group 1 or 2 that felt a little bit more like there were difficulties or something like that. I feel like this is a person who's a simple person. Simple Man by Leonard Skinner comes to mind. But 8 of Wands, 10 of Cups, and Emperor, it's almost like this person's trying to make, I think there's attraction. I think this person's just looking toward the future, making it happy, that sort of thing. I think that they're focused on themselves and trying to incorporate you in the mix somehow is one thing I'm really getting. Focus on their own success, perhaps their own growth. This person might be also very concerned about job at this time, or work. Okay, so that might be specific for some of you, maybe not all of you. This might be about a person who's really trying to make, I feel like this is a person who wants to put practical effort into making adjustments to make this a happy connection. I think this is a person who wants to work with you in some way, and I don't mean work as in like literally go to work with you. They might, but no, more like work practically on how to kind of make the relationship proceed in a healthy, happy way. Doesn't feel like a very dramatic, toxic person. It feels like somebody who's just trying to work things out, you know, that sort of thing. I really don't get anything. I don't know. It almost feels boring. So, just saying. Which is okay. That's probably better than drama. Right? So, because sometimes drama, it can be fun, but then it's like, God, do we really need that? This feels like somebody who's just, you know, doing their thing, and they like you, and they appreciate you, and they want to go forward with you. That sort of deal is what I get from this person. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. Not very exciting for a reading, I suppose, but I feel like this is a person who's trying to adjust certain things in their life too. And again, if you have felt like this person's like a little bit inconsistent or quiet, again, this might be them trying to focus on their own life and their own success, trying to adjust certain aspects of their life. Again, for some of you, I do feel like there are work concerns here for this person. But again, this might also be about creating more stability in your connection as well. I think there's hope for that. And I would like to say that this person wants to adjust, and they're willing to adjust. So if you have found that you've come to the conclusion that there are certain things that need to change, it might be wise to approach this person, because they might be willing to kind of adjust their behavior a bit. Maybe they're willing to kind of look at things practically and say, oh, you don't feel like we spend enough time together, or you don't feel like I message you enough? Oh, well, tell me and then I'll fix it. It's almost like this is a person who really takes things practically, you know, and if you give them a straight up, you know, conversation, or you kind of approach them straightforward and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, and can we fix this? I didn't feel like they'd be willing to kind of make the accommodation, or they'd try to adjust for the situation, okay? So, yeah. I feel like this is a person who wants success in this relationship. This is somebody who feels fulfilled by you, or feels like there's a potential for fulfillment here. Good positive vibes here. Maybe a little bit boring. But like I said, that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes we need that. The 5 of Winter, the collie dog. Your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to hidden agendas of others. So the 5 of Winter. So 2 dogs that are kind of battling it out. So here we have a person who's really trying to take, and then we have the 9 of Summer, the Pomeranian. Oh, I love Pomeranians. They're so cute. Now is the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's yet still to come. So, again, I think this is a person who's trying to balance out the practicalities, the difficulties, the challenges in their life. Maybe the challenges when it comes to you, but I feel like this person still has their eye on the prize or wants to make something happen or still has hopes when it comes to this situation as well. Like I said, I think this is a person who's interested in fulfillment, in happiness. So they're kind of willing and to make the adjustments. Okay, now of course this could be that you do have there might be certain blockages, of course, with the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor. Maybe there are certain adjustments that need to be made. If you guys have been arguing a little bit back and forth, I think that this person's in the mode to kind of like adjust their behavior or adjust things accordingly. I think this person wants to move on as smoothly as possible in the connection. So I feel like that there could be like kind of like good conversation or collaboration right now, like, or you know, like where they would kind of like listen to you, they're receptive to it. So if you do feel like you need to bring something up to this person, I'd say that you're in a good place to do it, because I think that ultimately they do want things to work out in the best way possible, you know, where there's less. I also get the person who doesn't want any stress or doesn't want any drama is another thing. So it's kind of like, what can we do to not create drama or problems? Just tell me. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So I feel like this person, pretty good person, I feel like, if you don't connect to that message, well, I don't know, maybe it's not the pile for you or the group for you, or maybe they've been like that in the past and they're kind of willing to change a little bit, you know what I mean? At this point anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 3. I really hope this reading was helpful and insightful to you. Let me know what you felt about it below in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. If you have any suggestions for future video content, of course, let me know too. But wishing you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Hey friends, so if you chose the last group here, group number 4 here with my rainbow moonstone, this is your reading. So let's find out your person's current feelings for you. Okay, so we have trust. So here we have that imagery of the cycle of a butterfly, right? The metamorphosis and the stages. There's a lot of, I think, trust, because with this type of imagery, it fits so well with trust because each stage is totally surprising. The results are surprising. It's like first you have this and then it does this and it comes out completely different. I feel like this is a person who's really trying to have faith that everything will work out the way that it's meant to, that they're trusting in the situation, that they trust that beautiful results await for you. I like this, okay? This person might also see you as somebody who's been going through metamorphosis in your own life and changes, okay, and evolution, okay? We have gratitude. So what can you appreciate right now? What do you need to practice and invite gratitude for in your life? Okay, so gratitude. I feel like this is a person who's very much grateful for you. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been through a lot of change with this person. There's a good portion of you, I think, that have, you know, passed certain phases with this person, and they're grateful for that. We have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Sun. This is a person with very much positive feelings towards you, okay? So the feelings are quite positive. I think you bring joy to this person's life. With the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, I feel like they find you compatible with them. Maybe a bit wiser, or maybe they feel like the wise one. It's going to depend on where you identify yourself and maybe this other person. One of you is a Queen of Wands, the other one's a Page of Wands. I wouldn't get too caught up on the gender, you know what I mean? One of you might be a little bit older or younger than the other one. So that could be something there, you know, a possibility for the connection. But I would say that this is a person who feels inspired by you. I think this is a person who finds you to be very optimistic and uplifting to be around. I think they're grateful that you're in their life, is one thing I'm really getting. There's a sense of adventure and fun here. It's almost like they're always waiting for the next phase or for new opportunities. This could be a person also who's kind of waiting for the next phase in a relationship or the next thing. Maybe they're excited to take a trip with you or do something with you or see what happens next. You know, that sort of thing is what I'm kind of picking up on. But I definitely get a strong sense of compatibility. with that, the 2 wands coming out. And passion and excitement with the fire energy, of course. Creative possibilities as well. Spirit guides. Group number 4 is person's feelings. Their romantic interest feelings. Oops. Darn it. We'll get it in a second. Oh, there we go. 7 of Cups. So I want to say this person's rife with imagination right now and about future possibilities. With the 7 of Cups, I would say that they're quite dreamy when it comes to you, and I feel like they're imagining a future that you probably haven't even pictured, is one thing I'm really picking up when it comes to you. Like, they kind of have their own little fantasies or ideas. The other thing here with the King of Swords and the 7 of Cups is, and the King of Pentacles, is this person, it's going to go either way. Because of that page energy and the wands energy we're getting, this person might feel responsible for you in some way, or they feel like you're responsible for them in some way. I feel like there's some sort of solidity here with advice or vision of the future. I feel like this person either feels like they need to kind of help guide you in some way with the 7 of Cups, maybe towards making some new moves in your life or big changes. But I would say that this person's feeling like kind of supportive of you, and there's a solidity here with the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, like somebody who wants to be upfront and honest, cut through the bullshit. I feel like this is a person with practical needs, practical desires towards you, so that's good because it kind of brings some sort of stable foundation to a connection when there's that kind of solid, you know, kind of stable feeling. Okay, so this person feels probably, for some of you, this is a committed relationship, and if so, I would say that they feel committed to you. Okay, so I would definitely say that. Why is the 7 of Cups here? This person wants to move towards a happier future, I feel like, is one thing I'm really getting. Sorry, my throat. I didn't take a drink in between any of the groups today, and that was probably a mistake on my part. Actually, I might have a drink of water if you don't mind. And I can't even ask you guys if you mind, but that's okay. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so 7 of Cups and the Chariot, they might really actually be considering moving or taking a trip with you at this time. Because sometimes the 7 of Cups and the Chariot could be about thinking about what you'll do later. Now, when we talk about current feelings, sometimes they can get quite mundane, you know, because we're kind of like really snapshotting a person's feelings, and oftentimes we're feeling a certain way, you know, at a certain moment. Maybe we're thinking about certain plans or ideas, and so we're kind of feeling those things. So this person might actually be thinking about driving with you somewhere, going somewhere with you, possibilities, maybe making some ideas about where you could go, what you could do. This person might be thinking about those sort of things at this moment that you're watching this, or right around this time that you're watching it. You might even hear from this person about some kind of future idea. Maybe it's a fantasy, maybe it's a dream, a suggestion, that sort of thing. But I do feel like some of you are going to receive that sort of information. So yeah. I feel like this is a person, this is positive. I feel like out of all the groups, this one feels like the most healthy. And not that the other ones felt unhealthy, but it just feels good. I feel like this person is very grateful for you. and you know, is trying to trust in the situation. Let me ask, actually, I want to ask how they see you currently. It's a little bit of a different question that I didn't necessarily... I did do that with group number 1 with the Goddess deck. I'm going to just do it with Tarot here. So, how does group number 4's romantic interest see them currently? How do they see them currently? They might not be seeing you at all right now. You might not be nearby each other. 4 of Swords and the High Priestess. I almost feel like for some of you, someone's sleeping. Literally. There's a calmness. It's essentially calm. They see you as calm, as protective, as there for them. I feel like this is a person who finds trust in you and trust in the situation right now. That's good. The Strength cards are very good there. These aren't disruptive cards. I don't think they see you as a disruptive force. I think they see you as a steady force, someone who brings happiness and encouragement. Somebody who's perhaps a little bit mysterious there with the High Priestess, maybe, but again, that could be someone who's very connected to spirituality and your intuition, so they might see you as a very intuitive person, a magical person, or somebody that's like, ooh, has the mysteries of life, or discovers those things, or tries to discover those things. Some of you might be readers, or, into that kind of thing. But there's a sense of contentment here, I have to say, when they think about you, I like this. Okay, so anything else we need to know about this person's feelings? The Star. Again, there's hope for the future. I really get that. Trust and hope in the future. High dreams and aspirations. Yeah, this person hopes for a future with you. Justice in the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe there's marriage. There's even the hope for marriage on this person's part, or to improve the marriage, to do things, the Ten of Pentacles wise, maybe buy a home, live together, do solid things. There's solid commitment here, I feel like, for a lot of you. Some of you are really asking about somebody you're already with, and if you're wondering whether they're, I don't know why you'd be watching this, but, sometimes we do. Even myself, I've been married for like 18. Well, I've been married for 16 years, but living together for 18 years. And, sometimes I'll even watch a pick a card just like to see. I usually don't encourage people to do it if their relationship's healthy, just because sometimes our intuition can lead us in the wrong direction and we can spiral into some weird stuff. So it's not always good to kind of rely on the cards too much. I think when you're already in something solid, especially if you have an anxiety prone mind, I wouldn't suggest that to people. But if it's harmless, that sort of thing. But I want to say that this is a good connection, or this person feels very positively about you. I don't have anything bad to report here. I feel like this is like, it is what it is. It's good. Their feelings are good. The Star, the Justice, and the Ten of Pentacles, I really feel like that they want to create happiness with you. And they do look towards the long term, whatever that means for your current connection. Even if you're not in a committed partnership, I think they might look towards that, as a possibility, as something they'd want. So it's something that they would aspire to with you, that sort of thing. Depending, obviously different people watch this with different types of romantic connections and stuff like that too. So let's keep that in mind. I'm not going to, if you just met this person, I would say they see the potential of long-term, possibility with you. Not that they want to marry you already. That'd be unrealistic probably, but, but sometimes that happens too. There are some people that see someone and they're like, that's the one I'm going to marry. So, of course, that could be the energy for some of you. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Your person just currently feels quite positive towards you and is trusting in the future. I think they're grateful for your presence. They want to be a rock for you, to be solid for you in some way. They might appreciate your solidity and how you've been a stable force in their life as well. Maybe a sense of encouragement comes from you that they really appreciate. And that's what I'm getting. So I hope this was an interesting, helpful reading toward you. Or for you, sorry, not toward you. I've been making the worst, mistakes with my words. I don't know what has been going on with me the past few days, but I've been the worst speaker. I just keep saying words wrong and saying everything wrong. I feel like I've been a mess. I'm surprised I got through this reading without kicking myself a million times over saying something wrong. I really asked my guides for some help with that, so they came through for the most part. But anyway, of course, it's always up to me too to, try my best to keep it slow and not talk too fast like I tend to do as an Aries Mercury. But anyway, I wish you all the very, very best. Take care. Love to hear from you guys below in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next reading. Take care.